Hey, welcome. Today we're just starting with a new challenge here.
Bro, you got it. You're killing me, Liam. You're killing me.
Okay. This can be a blooper.
Yeah, this is great.
Hey everybody, we're back. Today we're gonna do a video on
This is the first video, Liam.
Hey everybody, welcome to our first video. Today we're gonna be doing a Wimbledon predictions. I'm with
Jack. That's the nameplate says.
Jack Lafaro and I am Liam McMahon. So how are you doing, Jack? Doing
I'm
well?
tremendous. How are you? How are you?
Doing good. Who is your top 5 favorites for this year's
My
Wimbledon?
top 5 Wimbledon favorites. Well, that's a tremendous question, and I have an answer for you. My favorite, I know is different from your favorite because we spoke about this before, is Carlos Alcaraz. He took Queen's Club. He only dropped one set the entire tournament. He's number one in the world because of that. I think that with his pure physicality, that if he can stay non-cramped and loose throughout a 5-setter, I think he is the best chance of anyone bar Novak on his day to win the tournament. Who's your top pick?
But the issue is he lacks experience. Like I see him play, and I in Grand Slams he's played decent opponents, but even against people who are lower ranked than him, he's managed to give them chances. Now in Queen's Club, you can actually say he didn't have much competition for it. Even him himself, the way he moves, the way he's getting better progressively. But for me, it's gonna take him a long time to get used to the surface and not to beat someone who's won this tournament so
Seven
many
times. Seven
times.
times.
Like how the hell is he gonna win it?
Look,
He's not.
if Novak has, I don't know how his elbow injury is. I know that was nagging him through.
Yeah, but also you're adding in the Alcaraz as a really tough draw, so I don't even think he'll make it to Novak.
Does I mean he's got who does he have? He has starting with Yari in the third. He has Zverev, Runa, Medvedev.
He has a hell draw. Rinderknecht in Queens was the only person to take a set off him, which you mentioned.
Yeah, he took him off and it was his first set of the whole tournament, by the way.
Exactly.
That was
So
it.
Rinderknecht took a set off him, would have won, right? I think that going into that match, Rinderknecht has confidence after playing him once. I think you go and you see Nicolas Jerry, have him in the third round against Alcaraz. Nicolas Jerry's been the likes of Tsitsipas. He's absolute beast. Now he lost in his last tournament, but against I think Gregor Bear, Frenchman who's not
Yeah,
he was okay.
he's in
But
the draw. I don't think he's getting very far out of the maybe
yeah,
second or third,
exactly.
but
Nicolas Jerry's really shown his level now.
yeah.
Can I think he collapse on the big stage? That's the question. Because in the French Open, he got pretty far.
He
lost.
did. He's proven himself to be able to play 5-setters, but I think he lacks the drive throughout 5 to be able to take it to the end.
I don't think he can beat Alcaraz. But
Well, who do you think can then? Who's your top pick?
I would say to beat Alcaraz, first, obviously Novak, but not counting him. I would say Holger Rune.
You have Holger Rune as your second favorite.
No. I don't have him as my second. I have actually Alcaraz as my second to win.
I have Djokovic as my second. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I just don't. I think that Alcaraz can definitely do something magical here, right? I think he could win. I just think he would have to depend on Novak more making.
Yeah, it's definitely more dependent on Novak playing a poor match than him playing a good match. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, and also like there's on Novak's side of the draw, he has nobody hard. He has a rusty.
There absolutely is difficult people on Novak's side of the draw.
No, a rusty Nikirios, a rusty Felix Auger-Aliassime. Like, and that's the add-on. The only challenge he really has is Jannik Sinner, guy who's flopped in like the last.
So he has, but he has Fritz on his side. Fritz can cause problems for him. I'm not saying that Fritz is a problem for him, but
have you seen Fritz's last 2 tournament results?
Okay. So he got knocked out by Mackenzie McDonald in the first round in 2 sets. All right, it doesn't matter.
The legend of McDonald's. Right. Listen, I'm just saying. Cut that part up. I don't like the joke, but I'm just saying. Like, I don't see him getting like too much trouble. I think Hurticatch in the second week can maybe start putting him in trouble. Or Musetti if he plays Musetti, not Hurticatch, which will actually see.
Yeah.
And I think that he can definitely lose a set against worse players. He's done it in Australian Open before. He's done it.
Absolutely, he's done it.
He lost against a really young Holger. He didn't lose. He lost a set against a really young Holger Rune. So I,
Yep.
I, I think that I think against a young Jensen Brooksby. So I think that
Trying to take from Jensen Brooksby. He's a countryman, Liam.
yeah,
A countryman. Okay.
I personally don't think there is too much competition for him. I think
No.
that I think that only way he's losing this tournament is if the players on his side of the draw suddenly come into form. If we see a informed Felix Auger-Aliassime coming in, which, to be fair, likelihood of happening low. Come on,
Low,
not
very
happening.
low. We love him, but he's not. He doesn't have the. He's not a killer. He's not. He's
Not a
not someone
killer.
who's clinical.
If we get an informed Thomas Echeverria,
That's so likely to happen, right?
no, I mean it's not. At the same time, he's an Argentine. Argentines are clay court players. I actually
They're
really
great
like.
clay court players. Down south, it's more humid. So
Yeah, and he's really performed lately, especially in the French Open. So I'm not discrediting him at all. I don't see him as a match for Djokovic on grass, right?
not at all. Not at all.
I don't see him, and on clay, I don't. I see him if he's lucky able to take a set. And when I say that, I mean if Djokovic does one of his first set loses and then wins the next match, and
And then the next
takes a set,
three, right? Yeah.
which I think last Wimbledon that was like his favorite thing to do. So
Right.
I'm just saying it's going to be definitely very tough. Who is your third pick?
We reached a consensus on third. We both thought third was Yannick Sinner.
Okay, good. Fourth?
I have Seb Korda.
Okay, I have Holger Rune.
We have Holger Rune. Okay. So I saw a clip a little earlier before we started recording of Djokovic and Sinner practicing on court one on center court.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is Sinner hit a massive forehand winner off a great cross-court shot from Novak. So
all I'm saying is his head-to-head against Novak Djokovic
is not good. Okay, I get it. But we both agree that he's third because I think bar anyone, he has the best chance on grass because Medvedev doesn't like the surface. Rude hasn't had any practice.
If your expectation is to have a head-to-head like Richard, if the only way you can have a bad head-to-head is having one like Richard Gasquet against Djokovic, then I think you're right. But I don't think that Jannik Sinner, like he had a 2-set to love lead last Wimbledon, and you're giving him chances to beat him here. He's a great player, but mentally he's collapsed. Miami.
I don't think it's mentally he's collapsed. I don't think it's a collapse. I think it's just a choke. I think he starts feeling the moment because I think he feels the pressure. It's not an entire collapse because he can still play.
He's not clinical. You see him.
He's the same as Felix in that way.
Okay, well that's like gonna be too extreme.
Too extreme. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Felix is actually really skilled, but the only issue.
So is Yannick.
The only issue, I think, actually, overall, you put Felix on a court, you put Yannick on a court. Felix playing his best and Yannick playing his best. I would choose Felix.
No, I'd take Yannick.
Really? I would choose Felix.
Let's save this for another video because this is a great topic to ramble on about.
Yeah,
borderline top 10.
I'm just gonna say, I'll finish it off. I sound like an idiot with his current form, but you remember last year, 2022.
I well do remember 2022.
Felix Auger-Aliassime winning every bloody tournament he came in, and he did not lose to a guy like Holger. He didn't lose. When he lost a minimum in 3 sets. So
putting my hands up here.
He dismantled Alcaraz in the Davis Cup. Now I'll finish off one last point. Right? Nobody dismantles Alcaraz. He managed to do that. Okay? Not Holger, not anybody's done that. Only Felix. Okay.
Fair,
so continuing with the point.
Fourth. We had fourth. We disagreed on this. You have Rune
in this tournament, though.
Look,
I don't think he'll go far.
We're gonna be split on this for the rest of time. So let's argue about this in a separate video. But we disagreed on fourth. I'm not a Rune fan. He's not my style of player. Maybe it's because I'm a Stan Wawrinka stan. I like old Stan, and he has beef with Stan. But I still think Seb has a better chance.
I think Seb has a better overall game. I don't think he has a better chance because he's not won anything. And to be fair, to get the first title, or the way you're putting it, right, to get far enough in those big tournaments that matter. He did win the Australian Open, beat some really well-known seeds.
He did tremendous in the Australian Open. Let me go back in my notes. I have who he took out.
In a pre-tournament. Almost beating down Indian Wells. So he's shown that he can go up to that level, but the only issue is to do it for the first time is always so hard. If he'd done this
It's
before,
difficult.
yeah. If the thing is, that's like saying Holger Rune, if he never won a Masters in anything, would be my fourth favorite, right? He won, but that's the difference between the two of them. One of them has experience, the other one doesn't. One of them has beaten Djokovic, one of them hasn't, right?
Well, so is Lorenzo Musetti. You want to say Musetti's top 5?
I'm just saying, have you seen Lorenzo Musetti actually winning anything lately?
No, actually, I saw him lose to Manarino in Indian Wells. I was at
Yeah,
that match,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
argue.
mean, again, like Holger lost to Diminuar, but Diminuar has been playing pretty well.
Demonor is in great form right now. He could be a dark horse. He's neither of our dark horses, but
Yeah.
we need to give him a moment. He has a great chance of going deep. He's a great grass court player.
But a really draw. Pretty draw for him.
Yeah.
Tsitsipas, Dominic Thiem.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tsitsipas, Dominic Thiem, that's pretty even too to see who's going to win that. They're both
Really, realistically, that's saying something. Tsitsipas is really weak on grass. Like he's weak right now.
Only
So
like 6
who do you have at fifth? Who do you have at fifth?
Okay, I have the legend, the killer himself, Nick Kyrgios.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah, but I have a good reason for him.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. So mine is he's fresh mentally this season. He has no grudges against players right now. So him coming into this season, he's had a bunch of time. His biggest weakness is his mental game. He's had enough time to spend off with family, friends, relaxing, recovering, doing whatever he needs to do to come in as strong as possible to this tournament. And as a grass court player with probably one of the best serves in tennis right now, if not one of the best in history that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
His game perfectly suited for grass. It's flat, it's fast, and he has good shot variation.
I have an issue with him. I'll be honest with you. I love the guy, but he's going to be a flop or he's going to do great. There's no in the middle with him. And I say
he's
that.
not making it to the fourth round and then bouncing out.
Yeah, that's I'm afraid. Like, I think that if he goes deep, like if he goes to the quarterfinal, he'll go deep. He'll challenge. Like
He'll make a run to the finals at that point. He could do what he did what was it, last year? Yeah.
But do I think he will? That's why he's my fifth. If he came in with the form he had last year, he would be my third.
If he wouldn't have had the injuries that he had, 100% could be.
But right now, he's coming in with a really bad loss. No tournament preparation.
Well, he's not even coming in with a bad loss. He's coming in with a clean slate, is what he's coming in with. This is his first major tournament of the year. It's his first tournament of the year, I think, right?
No. Yeah, he had one. He lost.
Oh, did he play Adelaide at the start?
No.
He didn't play the Australian.
No. He played in a grass court tournament this year. You know?
Oh, and he lost to Yibing Wu, right?
So he lost. He played in Halle, right?
Yeah, and lost first round.
Oh no, he pulled out. He played in Stuttgart.
He played in Stuttgart.
Great sets, 7-5, 6-3.
That's going to be
serving stats. He still serves great. 15 aces, still 5 double faults though.
Okay, right.
Wei Ying served 5 aces and 2 double faults. Yet you'll be surprised, the winner on first serve was not for Kyrgios. So I think that getting into that state where he can compete will be clinical.
Agreed.
I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll do it if I'm honest with you. But if he does, he's a dangerous player. Just like,
100%.
I mean, the reason we're not making the same point about Matteo Berrettini is because we both know that even though he's a really good player, he has not shown that he has the weapons ever.
No, he's not. He's shown that he has them, but in 2023, right now, he's shown nothing.
No. And Nick Kyrgios has shown nothing in 2023. The difference is Nick Kyrgios
hasn't had the ability to. He's been injured.
Yeah, but you look at Nick Kyrgios' peak. You look at the way he plays when he's really good. Look at the way Berrettini plays when they're really good. And Berrettini in the Wimbledon final was embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but getting there, he was good, and he won. What did he win? He won Stuttgart back-to-back years.
He did, and he's really good. But he's not ready.
Well, who knows what's good with him right now? He's in a mental slump, physical issues. There's something hampering down his game. Because I saw him go from 6-0ing Taro Daniel in Indian Wells to losing that third set. There's something off with Matteo.
The thing is, You can't judge Nick because he's like a Bublik. He can just get form out of nowhere.
Exactly. But he's stronger than Bublik.
And he has a lot higher level. Berrettini, even at his best, you don't see him making a deep run. So I can't say the same for him. Let's talk about the women's side a tiny bit.
You wait,
Who's your
hold. We got to finish with our men's dark horses, and then we hop over to the women's side. Let's do
okay?
our men's dark horses. All right. So I have 2016 Wimbledon finalist Milos Raonic making his grass return because my inner
Have you seen
nostalgia.
his draw? Have you seen his draw?
Yes, I've seen his draw. We've gone over this, and the fact that he has to play Tommy Paul, Cerundolo, Medvedev, Tsitsipas, and Alcaraz. That's assuming that all those seeds get through and have no upsets. I get he has a tough draw, but my inner nostalgic Raonic fan is like, he can do it. He can do it. But my like tennis actual IQ is just like, he's not going anywhere in this tournament.
Okay. I had to add that one in there. I love the guy, but this man is not making a deep run. He's really good, by the way.
Right.
There's actually
He's not. Okay. We can settle that. I got it.
something I would say. My dark horse would be the legend. Some say the brother of Nick Kyrgios from another mother. Okay, we have Alexander Bublik.
Kazakh Bublik winning a 500 in Halle over Rublev. Strong form right now.
Beat Zverev in that same tournament.
Did take out Zverev in that run.
He
Did very well.
He beat some amazing players. Now that if Alcaraz did that run, the Bublik did, I would have him definitely as my favorite to win this tournament, just because it shows the amount of confidence that he would have going into it. While Alcaraz is not showing too much. He's showing up 250 level 4.
Did you watch his match against Dimitrov?
I watched Dimitrov hit beautiful slices and play great, but then choke in big moments, like every single match.
Because that's Grigor Dimitrov. Love you, Grigor. The hottest man on tour, but he can't pull through.
No, but that's the same with the other ones. Sebastian Corda was definitely giving him a good match.
No, but Seb took out Tiafoe. Tiafoe is now top 10 and he just won a tournament on grass.
I know, but Sebastian Corda couldn't pull through. It was really equal, that match. You look at that match, I watched it. It was a 50-50 who would win it by the way they were playing. Scoreline, Seb got wrecked because he couldn't pull through on the big moments.
No, because he wasn't clinical. He was either he was out of it or he was tired. One of the two. I don't know which.
I know, but even from the start, like you could see he would do okay and then he would just lose. You want me to add on Diminuar? Same deal with him. Not clinical.
Scoreline will not tell the story of that match because it looks so much closer than it was.
No, but that's the whole point. They're not able to take their opportunities when they have them.
But Carlos is. That's my point.
Carlos has not had any trouble in this tournament, other than a guy named Arthur Rinderknecht, who is like ranked, I don't know, outside the top 40. So
figure it out.
I'm just saying, if you think that this is going to be easy,
not by any stretch.
No, I think Djokovic will have a lot of an easier path. Do I think he will beat them? Yes, because the men's side of the draw at the moment overall is very weak. I'm not comparing to the women's, but you're looking at players who used to dominate, like Zverev and Medvedev, all play awfully on grass. We're seeing players outside the top 30 beat them. So I'm giving Alcaraz a shot, but he hasn't had any competition. Rublev would have been a great person to draw in Queens. He would have been a great test, right? Actually, I would like to top it off. He didn't play TFO, but I think TFO would have done better against him than Sebastian.
Seb?
Yeah, because he has prior experience. And
okay.
If I had to say,
I'm not going to necessarily disagree because
my sixth pick is Francis Tiafoe to win the tournament.
Okay. Let's hop to the women's side.
On Jabeur.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Sixth in the
I'm
world?
speaking out of my heart out of the moment.
Are you
Okay,
Tunisian at heart, Liam?
I'm speaking out of my heart. I love her.
You're Tunisian at heart, my friend.
I watched Breakpoint. After that, I love her even more. I could shed a tear at this point at how many finals she's lost. So I kind of just want her to take one. She has the game, like Nick Kyrgios, not in personality wise, but in the sense that she can show up if she chooses to. Can she be clinical? That will be up to her. I like to see that. Iga Swiatek on the other side, I would say she's a bigger favorite, but I'm speaking more on my heart here. I want Ons to take this.
I think I'm not going to disagree too hard. I think Iga's just the clear favorite. I mean, in terms of odds wise and form wise, I don't think anyone's really that close to Iga. She's just like,
Nobody is.
I mean, Sabalenka kind of, but like Iga just is on otherworldly levels right now.
And to be fair, I don't think anybody on tour currently or prior to, like, because people are making the claim that women's tennis is really weak right now. I don't think
Not at all. Women's tennis is very strong.
I that's my point. We have a first time in a long time. Before you had like 6, 7 players who were competition. Now we
Oh,
have
there's at least 10 that I think could win this tournament.
that is, I mean, I'm not sure if that's showing how either weak or strong it is, because I do feel like there's a mistake between the women's tour being weak and not having strong players. People are assuming it's so weak that it can't compete, right? I think
Right.
that we've had this past year Arina Sambalenka, Elena Rybakina, and
Rybakina, that is my favorite to win this tournament. But we'll
getting
get
to
to that in a
all
second.
the finals.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
last year it was Ons Jabeur. So we're getting to see that there's a consistency that the women's tour has not had for a very long time with
Yep.
conserving these top players. I think that's going to show. You know,
It's absolutely true. And then you've had players who've come in and out with injuries, like Andreescu. She's had injuries. She's come in and out. But there's a lot of competitors on the women's side. That's what's nice to see. The men's side on the hard court is more competitive, but all surfaces, women's side is stronger.
women's
I think.
side is so much stronger because you feel like there's always a professional on each surface. You go to clay, men, there's no bloody professionals on grass. None of them.
Well, there's Novak, and that's about it. That's it right now.
Novak, Rafa, and Roger are professionals on each surface. Okay, like I would like to admit that if we don't say Rafa's a professional on grass, then we're also saying Andy is not professional on grass. Okay,
Well, Andy is a professional on grass, so but we're not. We're talking women's. Let's not get into the who's a professional on men's grass.
it's pretty obvious, but still, yeah.
Yes, but like nonetheless.
But okay, who's your dark horse?
Well, as my dark horse. Hold on, I didn't even say who my favorite was.
Okay.
I mentioned my favorite was Elena Rybakina because this year she's 1-1 on grass right now, so she's not that strong.
You just like her because she's pretty. That's it.
No. She has a 76% win rate, and she won last year.
You can't hide this. I know the reason you want her to win.
Liam, I'm in a committed relationship. I plead the fifth on this topic.
Okay, listen. Elena Rybakina, she's good, but she has way too little time, I could say, on tour to win back-to-back titles. Now, Iga, if she had won Wimbledon last year, I can make the point for her winning. I think actually she's more of a favorite. I find it so much pressure to win back-to-back titles in a row. That's why nobody does it. That's why
Right, but she's like
Novak.
stone cold. She has like no emotion. That's why I think if anyone could go back to back,
I'm just saying, I watched the Indian Wells final, women's play. She wasn't too stone cold there. She missed serve after serve, double.
rocky, right? Sure.
I'm just saying she doesn't have that killer instinct yet because she hasn't had the experience. So I don't think she can be a favorite. On Jabeur, why is she my favorite at heart? Because I know she's had the experience. I know she knows how to play these big moments. And I know that she'll come through. I feel she will. I don't feel she'll lose a first round match against some unknown player. Could it happen? Definitely with her form. But do I think it will?
It's
No.
not likely.
It's not likely. And honestly, you're saying that if you put Iga Swiatek against Ons Jabeur, it wouldn't be a close match even right now. I would say it would. On grass, I would say
Especially
on.
on grass. Grass levels a lot of things out for players, but I would agree.
I would say it'd be pretty even. Now, Lena Rybakina on grass, she has also you have to take inside her game. She's a hard hitter, right?
She's very well suited for grass.
Yeah, she's very well suited for grass, but like a Basilashvili, if she's playing badly, she'll hit them all out.
Like a Basilashvili getting lucky through to a draw of an Indian Wells final. That's like
Okay, but you have to also, he's won two 500s. Yeah,
point
two
is
ATP 500s.
your point is?
My point is that he's not actually as bad as you're stating him. When he plays really well, he can beat the whole draw.
Yeah, but he's out of form.
But that's never the case with people like Nick Kyrgios, Basilashvili.
You're no way you're classing those two guys together.
Honestly, I've seen Basilashvili play. Him playing his best. Now he plays 1 out of 10 times his best. And if it's a tournament, very few times. Him playing his best, he's the highest mile power setter on tour. It's the same with Elena Rybakina. Her playing her best, nobody can beat her. But you get her on an off day, you get her on an off day, she'll find other weapons.
But Iga doesn't have an off day.
But she does. I mean, she
but
does.
Her off days are strong.
But the difference is her off days, she doesn't have one right. She doesn't have only a forehand or only a serve or only a drop shot or only a volley. Lena Rybakina, I'm sorry, she only has a baseline game. Now you can add on the serve is really good, but her volley is good. But overall, that's her power. You take her baseline game away from her, bring her to net a bit, maybe get her on an off day with the forehand, and some person like I'm not sure.
How about your dark horse, Cornet?
Can I say my dark horse?
Who's your dark horse, Liam?
Thank you, Jack.
Who's your dark horse?
Elise Cornet. She is absolute killer. Is she clinical? I'm not sure. But has she got the level to do it? Last year, Wimbledon, she did it. She got far. Now, that at the level she reached in last year Wimbledon, losing to, I think, Aja Tomljanovic, right?
Ayla Tomljanovic, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Aja Tomljanovic.
Okay, can you say the name correctly?
Aja Tomljanovic. I haven't. It's Ayla.
I
just said that.
He did not. Oh, okay.
Wait. Ayla Tomljanovic. Right? Okay.
Close enough.
No, wait. Could I have? Okay, I think that was good. So I think going against Ayla Tomljanovic, she is definitely lost that match more due to nerves than
skill, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So Ayla's a good player. She beat Serena Wimbledon, sorry, the U.S. Open. And she really she's showing her level a lot lately, but she's not capable, in my opinion, of winning a Grand Slam. I think you look at the past of Elise Cornet, she's definitely had the experience.
Yeah, 100%. She's been around the tour for a long time.
She's been really long time. She, in my opinion, compared to men's players, is Roberto Bautista Agut. Honestly, a stronger version.
Perfect comparison.
Yeah, she's been there for a really long time. She knows the game. She can beat the top players, right? She can lose to lower ranked players.
Perfect comparison. Richard Gasquet.
That would maybe be a perfect comparison. I would even say the only thing she has is she has really strong Grand Slam performances. Like all her Grand Slam performances, all the performances at a higher level have been amazing. Have been absolutely amazing. I love the way she plays. I love the way she gets her game ready, the way she pumps herself up, the way she fights. I love it all. Okay? I think she's definitely an underdog. How about you? Who do you have again?
I have Madison Keys. She's not that much of an underdog per se, but she's not made that many deep runs at majors as of recent.
It's funny how none
So
of us have Venus Williams as the. I mean, I'm not
as an
even.
underdog, I mean, on a wild card in, like, she could certainly pull something, right? It's not off the cards, but it's not likely, right? She's
Yeah,
past her prime. She
I
still has
would
a strong
love.
serve,
I
very
would
strong
love
serve.
for her to win it though. I would absolutely love,
It would
and
be
it's not
great to see, but realistically, if anyone can just move her corner to corner for long enough, she's gonna crumble.
like this man.
Yes, yeah, precisely.
Yeah, I know she's a bit. Her footwork was well and it was good in the last tournament, but she still was a bit clunky moving around on the court. So
Yeah, she looked a little slow. That's probably a bit of age. That's just
yeah,
what happens. But
she has
yeah,
experience. She's done it before, so can she make a deep run? She can. It's gonna be pretty hard though, you know.
it's gonna be tough. Let's see what she can do come Monday. That's when the tournament starts. That's when we're gonna see who's the strongest, who's the weakest. Are our predictions correct?
Thank you, and also
Absolutely.
in the bottom, put what you think will happen this Wimbledon.
Absolutely. Let us know your thoughts, opinions. This is a first video. Let us know. We want as much viewer interaction as possible. So let us know what you think, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you.